All right. We are very, very blessed to have two amazing women here with us tonight. Miss Sandra Whitehawk, who is the founder and director of the Boarding School Repatriation Institute. Did I say that right, Sandy? Or put two together. She does everything. And we're going to be watching her film Blood Memory this evening, sharing her journey, and the film will speak for itself. With her is Dr. Priscilla Day, who is the director of the School of Social Work for University of Minnesota Duluth for 27 years. Probably the most well-published person on Indigenous social work in the country, maybe in the world. And I am just very blessed to know and love these women who do incredible work in the community nationally and globally to lift up people who have experienced extreme trauma in their lives and also the resilience of Native people. Come on up, ladies.
It's the first time we saw her today, so it's First Nations Repatriation Institute, but I'm also the elder in residence at the Native American Boarding School Healing Coalition, so I can see how to jive them together. And first I want to just say thank you for the prayer. Thank you for getting us focused on what we're here for, and congratulations to all you graduates. Are you guys all graduating? No? Some of you are still plugging away? Stay in there. It gets darkest at just before the end. For real. It's a real thing. Just keep going. So anyway, I want to introduce myself and my good friend Priscilla is here. With her gift of teaching, using the subject in my documentary, we hope to be able to give you guys something to think about and something to apply to your workplace, to your work, to your future. So what I want to say, I do not like talking in front of these things. But nobody will hear me over here.
Here, just take the mic. There you go.
Oh, so see, I have pulpit trauma. Only those that know what happens at a pulpit in a hard way know what that means. Anyway, there, I feel much better now. I can breathe. All right, so I want to tell you how this film began. I didn't wake up one morning and say, hey, I'd love it if a camera crew followed me around for about 3 years and do whatever I said and made a story. In fact, I hate having my picture taken, and I hate, I'm always in charge, and I knew I wouldn't always be in charge. But the way this came to be was a young man had just graduated from film school. He and his buddies who graduated with him were at a coffee shop, and they were talking shop about, hey, what are we going to do now that we have our degrees and we're ready, we know how to make a film? And they were talking all kinds of stuff. And a lady was there in the coffee shop and had been overhearing them, went up to them and said, hey, I got an idea for a film. And she pitched it, and they said, oh, no, we're not really interested in that. And then she said, well, there's another story that's not been told. And then she was from Minnesota and a native adoptee, raised in So this convergence was, I believe, creator-led. So he called me and said, hi, I'd like to interview you. And I said, no, not interviewing. You know who you are, a white boy from the East, just graduated from college. But then I did say, if you're interested in this subject, you'll come to our powwow that we have for our relatives. You'll hear about that later. And he said he would. He did. And after everything, his first comment was, I'm a college graduate, and how come I don't know this history? And I said, well, it's by design, you don't know. But because he had a heart and wanted others to know, that's how this film came to be. So with that, we've been taking it around, and my good friend Priscilla is just able to bring out what we want our young people and our social workers coming up and doing, because we're at that stage now where we need to hand off the baton. So I'm glad you spoke about being a warrior, standing up and going. So we're hoping that, so stick around when the movie's over. Don't be taken off, because I'll remember if I see you at the thing. What's the conference? That's why I keep looking at everybody. So don't be dodging out, because we have riveting information for you when we're done.
Thank you, Sandy. Good evening, everybody. What a wonderful gathering. And thank you to Tamara and all the many people that helped her pull this together. It's a fabulous event. And I really appreciated the words of the student and our elder. To be here on your homelands is really meaningful that this event takes place here. Buju, Gije Babin, Benesikwe, and Jikaz, Makwan and Dudem, Gazagaskwa, Jimmy Cognan, Dunjiba. So my English name is Priscilla Day. I'm a member of the Leech Lake Reservation in northern Minnesota, Anishinaabe. And I'm a Bear Clan. And the Bear is a clan that goes across many tribal groups, so we're still relatives if you're from the Bear Clan. And if you get a chance, please come introduce yourself. And I have been doing social work for many years at the University of Minnesota Duluth. And I can remember when someone first said to me, and it was a Native person who was recruiting me, my husband was going to get his master's in education, and she said, well, if he's going to come, why don't you just get your master's in social work? And I'd never thought about it until somebody made that invitation. And then I thought, I could do that. And then I came back and worked for my tribe, and then I got recruited again to teach. And I started teaching with my master's, but every other faculty in the department had their doctorate. And so it became important to me to go on and do that. And I just have had a fabulous career in academia, and I know how hard it is to be a student, especially this time of year. And so my heart is with you as you move through this time, and really encourage you to be creative, think big, and think about how you can take your degree back either to your own home community or other tribal communities, because we really need people and we need young energy in our communities. So I'm happy that you're joining us here today. So as Sandy said, we're going to show the film first and then take some time for questions right after the film. And then we will have a very short break. Very short are the key words. And then come back, and we have a PowerPoint that we're going to share with you. And then I hope we can just have some really good conversation. We welcome questions. You all have things to share, so it's not just us that know things in the room. So, and then of course we'll be able to interact with you tomorrow as well. So with that, I think we're ready to start.